I had been up for 3 or 4 nights, binging on crack cocaine. Came home and, Kim was on the phone. She said she was calling the police. I done taken all her money, done pawned all the things out of the house. So already in my mind, I'm already contemplating going and stealing a car. And because I needed something that could pretty much outrun the cops because I didn't want to go to jail. So I drove to this auto parts store that had a car dealership right across the street from it. I had one thing on my mind, and that was to get that Crown Victoria that looked just like a cop car. It was just as fast as a cop car. So after standing there, just looking at the car, the salesman approached me. He asked me if I wanted to test drive it. As soon as we got out on the road, the car was on empty. We go straight to the gas station to get gas. So he goes in to pay for it, and I pump as much as I can in before he try to see him start to come out the door, and that's when I dropped the handle to the gas and jumped back in the car. And I left him at the gas station. Within 5 minutes, I saw a city cop car. It was in the right-hand lane, and I just immediately put the Crown Vic to the floor. At that point, the chase was on. At the time of the chase, I was on crack cocaine, and I wasn't afraid of crashing. Things were getting a little hairy right there. A lot of officers that were coming up on me right there, and they were getting ready to try to box me in. Only thing I could think is to get the car turned around and come back towards them, because they're not going to throw the vehicle in front of mine, They're going to get killed that way. The speed limit was 35, and I was driving about 115. I was just so overconfident these guys weren't going to get me that day.
The officer had backed off because she was approaching a school zone, and it was about the time that school was letting out for the day.
I pulled into the gas station. Could hear sirens everywhere, but I didn't see nothing. This undercover officer had jumped out of a Jeep Cherokee. I lunged towards the floorboard of the car to make it look like I was getting a weapon. He shot me in the stomach at that point,
Through my training experience, I would have assumed that he was going for a weapon. And you always have to expect the worst.
My lap was just filling up with blood at this point. I was in a lot of pain. That gunshot hurt. That hurt. I get out of the gas station really fast and got back out on I-26, and that's when things started to clear up pretty good. I got sober pretty quick.
As I was approaching I-26, I observed the green Crown Victoria traveling at a high rate of speed. I would have to guess at least 90 miles an hour at that point in time.
At this point, the only thing I could think of, just would not surrender. Not gonna do it. At that point, man, just the sound was deafening from all the glass coming in. All I saw was muzzle flashes, a lot of flames, smoke and flame coming out of the barrels of the guns, and I just remember being in a lot of pain and just begging them to quit shooting. I was begging them, and I got no answer. I was shot several times in the leg, several times in the arm. I was shot in the back, the left hand, left knee. First there was a lot of pain, excruciating pain, and then all of a sudden, no more pain. And things got real peaceful, real quiet, and I was like, man, it's over.
Somebody yelled ceasefire, I yelled ceasefire, and at that time, we took Mr. Burris into custody and got him medical attention as quick as we could.
I was in the hospital 8 days, and then they took me straight to the county jail. 4 officers fired 46 shots. Out of those, I took 12 bullets. I was actually sentenced to 7 years. I ran because I didn't want to face the responsibility for the other crimes that I had done. I mean, I was facing a lot of prison time, and I wasn't ready to own up to that responsibility.